Hello, my YouTube friends. So today we're going to take a ride from Wilmington, Illinois down to Kankakee, Illinois and back. Uh, there will come a point where I got to double back, and I'll explain that when I get down there to Kankakee, because that's where I end up doubling back and taking the same route about halfway back. So we're going to start out here in Wilmington, and we're going to ride along. Now, where we left was the old home of the Gemini Giant. So Gemini Giant was this marketing scheme that this company had way back, I don't know, 50 years or so ago. And they would create all these crazy giant statues of different characters. And so that's where that one was located for eons. And you're going to see it. It's along this route now in its new location. It got moved there last year. The previous owners ended up going out of business, so they sold it to a historical society here in Wilmington for I think almost 300 grand. Like, wow, that was a lot of money. I wouldn't have thought it was worth that much, but it is pretty impressive. And so you're going to see it here in a second. We're going to go over the first of two different bridges here. Both of these bridges are the Kankakee Bridge, or I'm sorry, Kankakee River. It just gets split up by this little island right here. And see off to the left here, you'll see it as we go by a little bit. That Gemini Giant over there, it looks like a spaceman. So, all right, so there's Gemini Giant, and I guess these big statues, they're located all over the U.S., but I think a lot of businesses along the Route 66 corridor, they've kind of bought them, and they become kind of things to see and get pictures of and things like that along the Route 66 route. So what I'm doing is I'm coming up here and I'm going to hang a left. You saw we did cross the second bridge for Kankakee River, and this is the next major street that actually goes along the river. So it doesn't end up going along the river, exactly. We do kind of go in and out again in view of the river, but we will get to see the river a few times. So now this is River Road, and so we're going to take this down to Route 113, and we're going to follow Route 113 down to Kankakee. So for the most part, I will end up cutting out about half the video footage, because it takes 30 minutes each direction. So for an hour-long video, you guys tell me. But if you want to see the full video, I can certainly create the full video as well, and then share that later. But yeah, so I'm cutting this down to about 30 minutes total. And so there was one of the cutovers, and so we're coming upon the first turn where this is Route 113, and we'll end up following Route 113 all the way down to Kankakee. So as you can tell, this is still quite early, and it's really not even spring yet. This is still beginning of March, and so we still don't have much greenery to look at, but you can start to tell that the grass is starting to turn green a little bit here and there, but not much in the way of greenery on the trees. So I'll probably do this ride again later on in the year once we get some foliage on the trees. Should be a much nicer ride. this was a nice ride. I'm not gonna lie, but this was way cool. This is the second time I've had the bike out this year. Today's ride was really inspired by the fact that I needed to clear my mind. I don't know why. Couldn't tell you why, but I woke up in a bad mood this morning, or that morning, and I'm like, it's sunny out, and I'm going for a ride. Now the temperature was in the low 60s, and that sounded really nice. However, it was windy. It was a fair bit windier than I'd like. For the most part, it didn't create too much of a problem, but you get in these open areas where you're next to cornfields and whatever, farm fields, and that wind was really coming at me quite a bit. Now it took me about 40 minutes to actually get to Wilmington from my house, and I was wearing a sweatshirt and 2 layers underneath that sweatshirt. I didn't make it. I made it to Wilmington, but I ended up having to stop, and I put on my rain jacket. So a fellow friend of mine, Mike, and if you're watching this, thanks for the tip on this. He's been a biker for what seems like most of his life, and so he told me, hey, put on your rain jacket when you're in these situations, and he's 100% right. That rain jacket just blocked all the wind, and it became a much nicer ride at that point, because I was starting to get quite chilled up until that point. That wind was just cutting right through the sweatshirt, the other 2 layers. So we can see the Kankakee River off to the left again, and this is a really nice ride in my opinion. For Illinois, let's face it, we don't get a lot of really curvy roads and twisties here in Illinois, but this is still a very nice ride. During the summer and fall, there's quite a few spots along this river that'll end up, or along this road that'll end up with a nice canopy of trees, and so that makes for a real nice ride. So I noticed my Insta360 has put its little label down there in the lower right corner. I don't necessarily hate it. It does put a nice timestamp on it, or a date stamp on it, so, but I guess it's okay that it put it on there. Thing that's pretty wild about watching this video, and videos are in general, watching somebody else ride a motorcycle, the video makes it look like you're going so much faster than you actually are. I mean, I'm doing the speed limit, and the speed limit on this road is like 45 to 50. I think in 1 or 2 spots it's like 55, but for the most part it's 45 to 50, and I'm just cruising, so I know I'm not doing much over the speed limit, if I'm even doing the speed limit. And it looks like it's just going by so much faster. didn't see that many other motorcyclists on the road today. You know, you saw a few, but we'll see a lot more once the summer really rolls in. River's peeking through the trees again over on the left. Oh, look at I actually bring the pan over. So the panning feature on this Insta360, you have to do that in its own software. So I actually do I edit the video in two different stages. One stage is from the Insta360 camera, and that's where I got to do all the panning, you know, around. I can do cutting as well, and I can also put in transitions. Frankly, that software, because it's dealing in such a high-res video, my old computer really struggles with it. So I think, you know, the best thing to really do is just, you know, cut out the spots that I don't want, put in my panning options where I pan around to different views, like you just saw at the river, right? So, and then after I get that done, then I'll export it as a MP4 video, and then I import it into DaVinci Resolve. And so DaVinci Resolve, if you don't know, it's a free program. You can get, there is a paid version. What I understand, it's quite expensive. So I'll import the MP4 into that, and that's where I'll do the bulk of my editing, as far as adding in transitions and things like that. You know, doing the extra stuff. One thing I did figure out on the Insta360 software, so this is a tip if any of you decide to get an Insta360, do the video editing with the files on your local computer hard drive, right? So I wouldn't try to edit them while your camera is connected to your PC, or by transferring the files over to another external drive and then do your editing. Just throw all the files onto the regular hard drive of your computer and do the editing there. Your internal hard drive is going to be so much faster in general. Alright, so now we're coming up into Kankakee, and you're going to see this walkway from the Riverside Hospital. You're not going to actually see me go over it, go underneath it, because I'm actually going to cut all that footage out where I actually, turn around inside of Kankakee, right? So you'll see it's going to end right here, and here we are again. So now I'm going back, and I'm going to double back about halfway up the river. So I'm going to end up going over this, the same stretch of road. And then about halfway up, I'll cut over onto the other side of the river, and that's going to be Route 113. No, I'm sorry, Route 102. And so, as you can tell, Route 102, It's a nice road as well. The problem is Route 102 in the Kankakee area, or Kankakee Bourbonnais area. It's quite congested. So there's quite a few red lights to deal with. So that's why I chose not to go that route on the southern part of this route. So you're going to see here in a bit, I'll cut over across the river and get on the east side of the river. So here's where I come up, and I'm going to do the cut over to the east side. Get a pretty good shot of the river again. Now I know that looks like I just rolled through the stop sign, but I didn't back stop. I don't know why video does that, but yeah, I swear it looks like I just rolled right through. No, it stopped. I should have used the Insta360 to pan over on this one, and I didn't. That would have been a good video to do. So here we're going to take a left and continue on northward. coming into the little town of Ritchie, Illinois. One of those little pissant towns. If you blink, you missed it. So, yeah, interesting. I wouldn't say there's really not a whole lot here. Another few minutes and we'll be back into the Wilmington area. Pretty sure that was it. This is going to be nice to come through here during the summer. Get all the leaves on there, in those trees. And it's going to be nice. So the next ride I'm thinking about doing is probably going out to Starved Rock. That's a little bit farther of a drive for me, or a ride I should say, but it's definitely worth it. Definitely more twisties over there along the, I think that's the Illinois River. Over by Marseilles, Ottawa, Utica and all that. There's quite a few really nice roads. Just waiting for the next nice day to do that. Upon the end here. I'm going to be taking a right, and then we're going to stop off at a little empty parking lot where I can set up my GPS to go get back home. So, you know, because I really do try to avoid taking the interstates if I don't have to. So it's all back roads, farmland and stuff like that. I pretty much know it. Probably don't need the GPS at this point, but it doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt this a few minutes to set it up. Alright, so if you've gotten this far, then you must still enjoy the video, so please like and subscribe. I appreciate it, and I'll definitely be seeing you all on the next video. Hopefully that'll be within the next 3 or 4 weeks. Here we are. Yeah, evidently this is an ice cream shop during the summer. Might be nice to stop here. So I'm going to pan around. You'll actually see me while I fiddle fart around with the phone. Hope you guys, I dig this helmet. This helmet I bought a couple of years ago. I think it's called Scorpion helmet, I believe is the brand. Anyways, it's a really nice helmet. It looks like a full face helmet, but it's really not. That chin guard is nothing more than a piece of rubber. So yeah, so you don't want to think of it as really a full face helmet, because it's not. All right, thanks for watching. Hope everybody has a nice day, and if it's nice by you, go riding.